Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We are back here Monday morning, July 11th, ready for another week on the stream. What's up? Discipline, good morning. Blue Powerade, absolutely. Blue Powerade check, absolutely. Scott B, good morning. Camille, good morning, good morning. Rick Rod, how's it going? How's it going? Get some music rolling. I think I got everything set up this morning. I woke up a little bit earlier. Good to go. Good morning, Steph. How's it going? How you guys doing? Did you guys have a good weekend? Honestly, didn't do much. Saturday, I made that trendline video for you guys. And then yesterday, we went out to the pool. Nothing crazy. But it was a good weekend. Did you guys go watch Thor? I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so yeah, we can go ahead and flip over, see what we got going on. So I do see that SPY has gapped down this morning, as per usual. Let's turn the scanner volume back up, the news volume back up. Okay, yeah, SPY is down 0.77%. I don't specifically see anything, so I'm going to guess that the global markets were down. That's my guess. And we did close really high. We closed up near 390. It went over 390 actually for a little bit and came back under. But we're getting close, and I had drawn this bottom trend line for the video that I made for trend lines, but not only are we in this falling, channel, but we have kind of a short-term uptrend too that's been holding it up. Hey Potsy, what's up? Good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you. So above we've got the 390 to 395 level, and then below it's right at 380. And that's why I made that poll yesterday on Twitter. Are we going to get test 395 first, or are we going to test 380? Because they're both like really close range. So we'll see. I'm not sure for the economic calendar this week. I haven't looked. I don't know if it's been posted yet in MTA or not. That's like my only guide of economic calendar, because I never look that stuff up. Hey Snacks, what's up, man? You ready to scalp your heart out today?
MYMD.
So top gainer is LJPC. What the heck am I looking at here?
QFIN.
This is a buyout, maybe? No, they had, yes, actually they did. Buyout, $5.95 per share. Tender offer before July 25th to acquire all the outstanding shares for $6.23 per share. So this one's a buyout. This one's going to be stuck here. So PLRX is actually the top gainer today, runner-wise. We'll see what news that has. So it looks like I had news on yesterday, oddly enough. Yesterday at 6:10 on a Sunday. But it was rehashed this morning at 6 a.m. Positive safety and efficacy data from phase 2A Integris IPF clinical trial for pulmonary fibrosis. So it's a biotech. It has positive
HMST.
safety and efficacy data. It's up 50%. What's up, sales? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good afternoon. Good, sir. So this was, it was way sold off on the daily, but it was already kind of trending up, but it's up 50% today. That's big for PLRX. I don't really follow this company specifically, but maybe that news that came out this morning was something they've been waiting on big time because it's up 50%. AEMD a few minutes ago had FDA approval for their COVID-19 study. This one's for the apes. AMC has its busiest weekend of 2022. PLRX is still trying to push higher. You like Rev B hourly? Let's check it out real quick before I go through the rest of this news. Yeah, besides this specific candle that just happened, it was on its way. So it's more of a 140 top there.
ESRT.
And if you watch the video that I posted when I was talking about pre-market with trend lines, pre-market doesn't matter as much. Sometimes you'll see some volume below unless it's some real high accelerated volume. So that has a little bit of a tick. I think it's like 2,000 shares though, so no big deal. But yeah, Rev B1 for sure, that's still in play. I'm sure EBFM is still in play. Yeah, we'll get to all these. Actually, it's below the trend line as well at the moment, but it's pre-market as well. Let me look through the rest of this news real quick at 8 a.m. See if I missed anything. NDRA got 2 patents.
MULN.
Did MULN have news? Last thing I see was on the 5th, July 5th. SOPA had news, SOPA. Mark's first foray into Thailand by acquiring Bangkok headquartered Thoughtful Media Group. So nothing crazy here, but a little bit of a SOPA PR. AQST positive results. Hey, Ascendant, what's up? You emptied an old bag. Fantastic. That's great to hear.
PLRX.
Anytime you can get rid of a bag, that's fantastic. Man, that thing's just ripping this morning. Hey, Florida, what's up, man? Good morning. Mullen had fresh Amazon news? I don't see that. Was that a Benzinga exclusive? I thought I had saw something. That's the way, Ascended. Never hold a bag ever. So no official PR on Mullen.
RDBX.
I'm looking here. Okay, I don't know how sketchy this is. Mullins signs binding agreement with Dell Pack Logistics, an Amazon delivery services partner for Class 1 and 2 EV cargo vans. So that sounds good. I don't see a PR anywhere. This website, I've never even heard of Stock Titan. I have no idea what this is. But there it is. So it's an Amazon delivery service partner. So I'm guessing in areas that Amazon doesn't have like their regular like Amazon trucks driving around, that or vans or whatever you want to call it, that this is the company that, you know, fills in the gaps for them. Damn, PLRX is just straight up 60% now.
EMBB.
And it was just, you know, safety and efficacy data. It wasn't the whole trial, was it? I guess it was, yeah. The trial met its primary and secondary endpoints. So overall, for in the grand scheme of things, I guess this is fantastic news for this company by the way it's reacting. So I think I'm through all the news now. PLRX is definitely the strongest. How far did Mullen go on that PR or that PR? Straight up. So no official PR, but oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh my god.
10.
Phew. Sorry about that. Literally could not mute fast enough. So that's the only place I even see it is that Stock Titan news. Sorry for sneezing right into the mic. My bad. Thank you. Thanks, Cal. Thanks, I said it. It was one of those, like, you feel it coming and your whole body just is done for. Like, you are going to sneeze no matter what. Hey, Bianca. How's it going? How you feeling? So yeah, Mullen is, hold on a second. Damn, had 2 more sneezes off camera. Anywho, I think I'm good now. Now I sound all congested. Woo! Anyways, Mullen is going. And Mullen has not got an official PR yet. So it might be one of those things like, okay guys, let's buy this up. You know, that it's going to rip when the PR comes. And then it sells off when the PR comes. So could be one of those instances. Not necessarily for sure going to happen that way. But you see that a lot on the Benzinga exclusives and these PRs that come through. Like if I know about it, if, you know, whoever on Twitter knows about it, then it's public knowledge. You don't need the PR to know about it. But that's the only thing I see on it. That is good news though, if that's as true as it reads. Getting some electric vans for an Amazon partner. Better by the day thinks. Yeah, they had some. Hey, Jonathan Lindquist. Sorry if I butchered that. Appreciate the sub.
PLRX.
I'm really bad with butchering names, so I gave it my all. Yeah, PLRX is a monster so far. You're right, Scott.
PLRX.
I don't want to buy up here, though. I mean, it held, I guess, the 20 on the 1 the whole way up, but it just right after 8 a.m., after we started stream, it got a bunch of big candles. You know, 8.12, 8.13, 14, 15. Went from $12 or $13 to almost $15. U.S. bonds had the worst returns in the first half of the year since 1788. That's a long time. That is a long time.
ACRX.
Wasn't George Washington president still in 1788? Yeah, 1 minute flag. It's right. It's actually 1 minute flagging right now. So you finally got rid of your ITRM bag. That's fantastic news. So that was ITRM's news. Special protocol assessment agreement with the FDA. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I saw on my Twitter yesterday that everybody was talking about FWBI, and I'm guessing it's the new Furu hottest thing out there, going to $1. Because I pulled it up and I was like, why is everybody talking about this? I had no volume. I mean, relatively high volume, I guess, lately. But I think it's the new hot thing that's everybody's hopped on and calling, and that's why everybody's on this on Twitter for some reason. But people were giving me reasons why, but the big reason why is it's getting pushed. So there you go. Sure, it's got a gap to fill here, yada yada, but I mean, it has nothing that's says buy this right now, and I'm sure it'll get pumped all the way to 30 or whatever else, but there's nothing I see behind this besides they said something's coming out
WKHS.
in July. I can't remember what it was. But I was asking everybody what the
IMT.
the highest watch was for today, and several people said FWBI, and I hadn't even heard of this stock before. And I pulled it up and I saw this was the chart, and I was like, what is this? What am I looking at? But then I searched it on Twitter and saw specific accounts speaking of it. So that's where I got my conclusion that it was just getting pushed. The next hot thing. Appreciate you guys in here this morning with me. Monday morning. I know sometimes it's hard to get up right at 8 on Monday after the weekend, but I appreciate everybody in here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for commenting. I like the stream to be interactive. You guys, give me ideas, or you give me questions, or make comments to where I can react to them and kind of explain my thought process behind those things, so it makes it a lot more smooth. So DWAC had a huge run after hours on Friday because of the Elon Musk bid poll on Twitter. It ran from 24s to 32s. Where did Twitter go? So Twitter is down to 34.68, down 5.79% today. Elon sent a letter to Twitter on Friday to pretty much cancel the deal. I'm not sure if he's going to have to pay termination fees or he's going to have to do whatever, and I'm sure it's going to be an insane amount. I saw where Twitter's trying to sue him to get the deal to go through because, of course, they want $54 a share. The stock's at 36. Of course they do. They'd be stupid not to. The market's in a terrible spot right now. The market's down a ton from the top, and they're paying them, the premium that this thing was back in, October. So, Brad, would you mind taking a look at Epics when you get a second? I played it last year and got caught it randomly this weekend after a nice volume count on Friday. It's also bio, so let's look. So when you say you caught it randomly this weekend, you mean like you pulled it up or you bought it or what? Interestingly enough, it looks like it's bottoming out. I give you that. I think I have played this before. I think it was a different ticker previously. Yeah, I mean, decent volume day on Friday there. Chart's got a lot of room. No real support here, but it has put in, higher low on the bottom. So it needs to hold like 250 level. Oh, just doing research. Okay. And if we want to do another trend line lesson, this is what I specifically see trend line wise from here down roughly through there. So first test would be, almost 4 because it's sold off so much. Then you go from here to, I guess, roughly there. So it's a long falling wedge on the daily, but it's got a lot of room left to go. So, I mean, if they got news and got above, $4, might be decent. It might be. I definitely played this before, though. I remember EPIX. But it was up to $35. I think... I'm trying to remember what this stock was, but it was something else, and it had a big run up into the merger, and then it finally fell off after the merger, and it sold like way off, down, like lost half its value. Hey, what's up, Fernurky? Good morning. But yeah, there's your daily pattern. Decent volume on Friday.
WTRH.
Lance, what's up? So you like WTRH, Red Hill, and YVR. WTRH. Remember on Friday that this had a PR right as we were getting off, and I bought it 24 cents. No. Where was it?
UA.
Oh, it's right here. I bought it at 24 cents and then it ran to 26. I think I got out right here, and then later in the day it ramped all the way to 39, almost 40 cents. So this is what I was buying right as the stream was ending around 10 a.m. Because it had some kind of, I can't remember what the PR was, but it had something that came out. New agreement with BURG. So I had, I think I had a little bit at 24, ended up selling like 25 or 26 for nothing. And it traded around for, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 45 minutes, did nothing. And then it finally started ramping. So absolutely, WTRH is in play. The daily is super sold off. Well, it's not anymore, but it was. So through 40, definitely has some range. Maybe up to 50, 55, and then the 200s at 65. So WTRH definitely in play there. RDHL. A little bit of an interesting day. Low volume here, but over $1, which it is right now. 105 is the 50, but over that has some room. Any reason this is up? I don't see anything fresh. So it looks like it's just having a bounce day or a bounce session. You said Mullins trying to break high. It is. Man. It's a thick one.
MULN.
That's for sure. Just at the scanner. Daily has room. It's been holding around the $1 range for a long time.
HGEN.
Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. So you said YBR as well. So yeah, watch that 140 level. I'm mulling when I flip to YBR real quick. Yeah, YBR looks like it's bottoming out on the daily. Had a decent volume day on Friday. So here's the fresh 8:30 news. STRM new contract. MBII approves their merger.
TGA.
Nothing really. Nothing I see.
PLRX.
That looks fantastic. So Mullen and PLRX are the top watches right now. Good morning, Mick. Welcome in. Thanks for being here.
BBBY.
So Mullen needs through 140.
PLRX.
Looks like PLRX was selling off a little bit and has since pushed higher. ALPP, 10 million registered direct offering.
Riot.
What's Bitcoin doing today? So Bitcoin trying to hold 20,000. It sold off from 22 back down to 20,500. I think it will be big overall on the daily if it does hold the 20K range. Mullen testing 140 here. Don't know if I want to try to time this one out or not. Looks decent, but Mullen's so heavy that, I mean, it could break through 140 and somebody throw up a 141 ask and then it's just stuck.
Husa.
I'll try 5 on it, see what happens. Yeah, just refresh, immediate.
MGNX.
So through 140. See if they will attack 141. If they can get through 141, it looks somewhat thin up to 145. I really don't want to take a loss on this now. Might as well just sell for even or sell for a gain. Okay, they chipped away at 141. Nope. soon as they refresh that wall back to 85K, I got out. And they could still eat through it, absolutely, but I'm not going to sit here and wait and wish and hope that they do buy through it. I was buying for the break up and break through 140, and it stopped at 141. So basically, that's how Mullins reacts usually. I don't like this song. It's a little too much. I wish I'd have saw, actual news on Mullins at 8 and not, Stock Titan website news that was shared by some Twitter account that I've never seen before. That would have made it a little easier to play and, buy down here instead of trying to buy the 140 breakout and it stops at 141. I feel like that's how it is, though. They'll run the hardest when there's no PR at all on the news feeds. So PLRX screwing around under 14. Mullins screwing around 140. AC, what's up, man? Good morning, good morning. How's Texas this morning? Oil pulling back this morning. SPY looks like it wants to leg down. So the low of pre-market was around 385.5, 385.6. So if we can get under that, it'll probably accelerate a little bit down to 385. Some support, 383s. It's actually cool this morning in Virginia, AC. It's only 66. It was 57 earlier today. Yeah, I saw that it was like insanely hot over the weekend, though. Inverse head and shoulders on the hourly, 4 hour. I don't even know if I have the 4 hour. You're talking about on SPY, though? Like this right here? Or maybe even this? Yeah. So that's the head, shoulder, shoulder. I see what you're talking about. TBLT reports 3.56 million in Q2 sales through Amazon. TBLT. So decent news. They threw in the Amazon catchword.
ITRM.
This one just had a reverse split. That may be why it's going so hard. Really don't want to chase this. Oh my gosh. So thin. They're buying it up. Oh, 3 million in Q2 sales, but they are buying that up. I guess 20% increase. Hey, Gerard, good morning, good morning. 104 there yesterday? Oh my gosh. I think it was only like 82 here yesterday. Yeah, TBLT is getting the smoke this morning. I mean, it was super sold off, so I guess that's part of the reason it's running, but damn. Good Lord. So they are shredding through every wall that exists on 3 million in sales. You live in Ashburn? I live over in near Percival. Kurt, that's really funny. I'm like 20, 30 minutes from you. I don't want to say exactly where I live, obviously, but I live near Percival. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at. Cool. That's not far away at all. Yeah, I don't think I could handle 104. I love Bear Chase. Have you seen me wearing the Bear Chase shirt on stream? I wear it every now and again. It's like the USA flag with the bear claw.
PLRX Tava.
All right, yeah, I'll look at it, Bianca. But I did see the inverse head and shoulder, though.
Talo.
Well, this was just a buy high, sell higher stock. My goodness. But as you see here, it's thickened up a little. The spread was insane, and it was super thin, but now it's a little bit tighter. Whoops. Completely missed that. Man, I feel like I'm chasing up here. It's just floating. This is the 15-second chart. It's not even touching the 90 MA. But this would be a great thing if this started happening. You get the reverse split runs with the PR. That used to be a big thing. We used to hold through reverse splits just because we know it would run the next day 100%. But this has room, you know, it's at 3 now, so it's at the 20 on the daily, 20 EMA on the daily. But they had a wick here to 4, so it's got a lot of room on the daily. That's probably why it's getting so much action right now. The news wasn't fantastic. They had the Amazon keyword in it. Not interested in chasing on a Monday morning, though. But the 15-second chart, maybe the 90 MA will finally catch up to it. Yeah, a lot of reverse splits are happening, and that creates low floats at lows. You know, they're sold off because they needed a reverse split because they were at the main bottom. So, do a reverse split, do a PR, have a 300, 400% run. Absolutely, I'm all for it.
STNE.
Give it one shot here. And the one shot I give it is going to try to sell off. Not letting it go under 3. Yep, there we go. Is what it is. The volume, just when I saw what I thought was the first decent buy entry zone, is when this selling volume comes in. So it was like either algo, or people just chasing super, super high, or I don't know exactly what else happened. But as soon as I saw what I thought on the level 2 and the volume and everything pushing it up, looked like it was getting ready to make next leg, is the second that the selling volume came in. So now the last, 4 15-second candles have been all red.
FWBI. PLRX.
So that just tells me that, price action is a little bit off, as per usual. I've been reading level 2 for years, and this is stuff that worked for years. And then this year, everything is just kind of an opposite, upside down mode. PLRX with a huge spike. Is that a ponytail pump? Big volume push through there on PLRX up to 15. Volume kind of came out of nowhere too. Yeah, level 2 is helpful sometimes, and then sometimes it's very fake. That's funny. The second it looked like a decent buy for a push through Hive Day, it got absolutely smashed. And that was the first touch of that, 9 EMA on the 15 second that I was looking at. And it got big red volume there, and then it hasn't even came close to a higher low. Coming back to VWAP now, though.
PLRX.
Maybe off of this level. It would just hang out right here under 3 for just a second. Consolidate, then I could take an entry through 3. But I won't take an entry through 3 if it bounces from 287 to over 3 within 30 seconds.
OILD.
Okay, that's a short. Ended the candle as weak as possible, the shorts did. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-minute candles in a row with red volume. Another short, 290. I think he moved it down actually. So never went 1 cent higher from the level that it finally looked like a buy. Yeah, FWBI was the one I was talking about that has Twitter accounts all over it. Short loading on the ask. The second he starts to get eaten, though, is an entry.
Serve. MGNX.
That short keeps walking it down. 275 now. There it is. $27K bidder now.
ITRM.
Did you guys see what just happened? So the big ass was walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down. He got eaten. Immediate bid came in, and now it's looking more bullish. So now my risk is obviously this guy. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll take my $25. Yeah, I took my $25. A lot of selling pressure. So there he goes. Actually, a little bit of a refresh. 277 bid. Down to 100 now, but they're still selling on it. Now it's coming back up. 1,800. So the bid refresh, so that's good sign for a long. 20K bidder came in again. Needs more volume. Maybe next 1 minute candle. Yep, there's selling pressure. Bidders are coming back in though. Needs through 284, 285. I didn't even get a full fill on this position. I got 1,400 shares. No.
DB.
Didn't even fill me all the way. Come on. All right. It's starting to do TBLT things now. This is notorious for being a turd stock.
TGA.
But the price action is just not that good on it. You said AGRX getting volume. Let's check that out. Up 7% on the day. I think this thing had an offering recently. Yeah, so it does have a gap to fill, but it's because it had an offering. They had a 13G come out this morning. That's probably why it's up, but the 13G more than likely is from the offering. So that means that whatever hedge fund or whatever bought the company from the offering,
GDRX.
they're the ones that had to file the 13G. And I may do a filing YouTube video eventually that kind of goes over the filings, but to break it down for someone brand new watching this, a 13G is when someone buys 5% or more of a company. They have to file a form through the SEC. Sometimes you'll see it at 5%, sometimes you'll see it at 10%. Okay. There's a chat room talking about AGRX, and I'm sure they're saying, oh, 13G, 10%. Somebody just bought 10% of the company, but of course they did. Of course they bought 10% of the company. It was the offering. PLRX still flagging around on the 1 minute here. All right, this song's too much too. This song's called Pixel Rick. Not Pickle Rick, but Pixel Rick.
RMO.
This one's thin, very thin. Normally I would say, oh my God, this flag's perfect for 15 plus, but we are in 2022. No such thing as a breakout. Need to write that on a sticky note and put it on your computer screen. No such thing as a breakout until breakouts come back. But that's what I just keep telling myself. Don't buy things to assume they're going to break out. You got to buy these ugly candles to get any gain out of them.
CLSK.
I would love if this did break out, though, and prove me wrong. We need a good breakout. Yeah, bull flags are bearish in 2022. Head and shoulders are bullish. You know, anything that you've learned over the past whatever, yeah, they're pretty much useless. You make the pennies break out. I like it. I like it. METX on the scanner. They had a PR earlier, provides update on its joint venture cryptocurrency mining company. So this is like a 10 out of 10 buy a couple years ago. Just you slap this up through 1465, 1470, and it goes straight to 15. But for experimental purposes, I will not be taking this, and I'll watch it from the sidelines to see what it does.
PLRX.
So there's the volume. Do go on. Candle is now red.
Serve.
And that's what we call a 2021 candle in MTA. Huge sell-off. Super bearish. Large red volume candle. This is trading in 2022 in a nutshell. Perfect setups. Perfect flags. And it did exactly what I thought it would do. Broke out by 5 cents, went down $1. Literally, it's at $14 now. If you're new, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm really sorry for you trying to learn how to trade right now. Because this is a fantastic setup for 15 test with volume. Big stick up, flagging sideways over the EMA. Clear resistance above to test. And then you get this. You get this crap. This is the crap that we get in 2022. And I love that it worked out exactly how I said it, so I could make this example. Take everything you learn, throw it out the window.
UA.
So you can, let's see if we can find a bottom trend line on this. Go back to the one. Not even. Not really. Not really. Roughly right there, I guess you could say, as one. But am I even drawing this based on a bullish, bias? I don't know. But it's coming down to test that line if you want to call that a trend line. But that was best case scenario for my teaching moment there. Breakouts do not exist. Wish I had a sticky note in my drawer here. I'd make it, put it on the screen. No such thing as a breakout. So I guess this is a trend line. It's trying to hold for 3 candles in a row now. And the most 2022 thing to happen now would be fail breakout, fail follow through, come down to here, and then rocket to new high of day from here.
Riot.
Yep, great example of every setup, AC. Absolutely. Great example of every setup in 2022. Actually, it would be even better if it failed to here and then went high of day. That would be a better example. I think it's Dr. Pepper o'clock, guys. I'll be right back. A little ASMR for you guys.
Husa.
Yeah, for real. This is the 2022 setup is what this is. And it had a great volume push too. And they wiped 40 cents in bids. All the way down to 14 in 2 candles. So
STNE.
that's that. So when you guys hear me say like, oh, I don't want to chase this, I don't want to buy the breakout, oh, I'm really surprised that just broke out, I'm honestly shook that something broke out or pushed higher. Let's see where old SPY is now. So SPY is recovering a little off 385.5. $9 a.m. news in about 1 minute. I feel like I should zoom in my camera a little bit. About right there. So I really don't see anything right now. Where did Mullen go to? So Mullen never went 1 cent higher from the level I had it earlier. It's not out of play though. It's still in play. Technically, it's a lower high, higher low here. So a little bit of a wedge. There's the Mullen PR. So the Mullen official PR is out now, so I would be afraid of selling pressure now. $155 in cash for GSMG. Just halted? Why is there a bid up here? So GSMG enters into definitive agreement for going private transaction. Must be halted. Mullen may actually continue. But as you see, it looks like it got shorted on the initial like algo reaction of the true PR. My question is, how do these companies, how does this website or whatever get these PRs before they come out? Jack Daniel, what website? Oh, see you, Camille. Sorry, I missed it. See you, buddy. Jack, what website do you use to get news? I use News Edge. It's a little bit difficult to set up, so I like to recommend Scans to anyone that's new or trying to just get a news source. You can sort it by float. You can sort it by price. It's a lot better interface. News Edge is one that I've just been using for a while, but you have to use keywords to find the news instead of it just, finding it itself. So it's a little bit harder that way. But Scans is a good one. I think some people use Benzinga Pro as well. USEA pop. Yep, little low float pop there on USEA. It was down looks like 7 or 8%. It's holding 620. Oh, this is perfect. It's doing exactly what I said.
SWN.
So PLRX. Doing absolutely exactly what we said. Came down. Didn't go all the way to the 50 on the 1 / the 9 on the 5, but came down, did the trap, never went 1 cent lower, and now it's pushing high today. It's just fantastic. You love to see it. You love to see it. Mullins still surviving this zone.
BBD. Fail.
See if it smashes this 135 bid.
Sid.
It survived 135.
PLRX.
And here comes Hive Day.
MTC.
Perfect teaching example. Ugly red candle, highest red sell of the day. Knife all the way off. Never go 1 cent lower. Nike swoosh its way all the way to Hive Day through 15. Exactly. That's it. That is it, guys. That's how you trade. I missed the 136 there on Mullin, it looks like. And I guess the 5 minutes still held up, but I do not like these candles. Ever. I don't care if the 5 minutes still set up or not. I do not like those candles. So Mullin, maybe a play to open, maybe a hammer play, a push through this trend line.
JCSE. TMF.
I'm going to give it a shot right now just because it's testing the trend. And it didn't die after the PR. I'm not going to take a loss on it though, so I'll sell it even if I have to. 87K bid, 137. And at least I'm not trying a high of day breakout trade. I'm trying a trend line breakout trade. If it can get up through 138, through 140 here, it can go to high of day. Excuse me, sorry. So as soon as it peeked its head through, they refreshed the ask. Gonna need some higher volume here. Gonna need 200, 300K on the one. Or else this bid's just gonna get smashed. What are my favorite candles, JD? I mean, you mean type? Or do you mean like hammer candle? I think my favorite one would be a hammer. And that would be like when it sells down and hammers back up near highs, especially to open. Those are very strong. Okay, big refresh back on 138 now. 137 still got 90K on it, so I'll wait a second. But, oh, there it goes. And I'm out.
GGB, UA.
And like before, when I was trading this up at 141, this can still absolutely go through. But the reason I got in the trade just evaporated. I got in for a push through the trend line and to have support on IINN. Just had news.
IINN.
Reveals next generation membrane system. Need this to push.
DB.
I'll risk like 235 here. Come on.
Riot.
I'll explain why I took the trade here in just a second.
AINN.
This has been a recent runner. I'm gonna take 1,000 off. So INN just recently ran. It had been up. Just got a fresh PR. That's why I took it. But it's acting like it doesn't want to go. I'm gonna hold my 1,000 shares here. Couple decent bids in. Actually, they're gone now. But INN, something with a recent run, a big run, that you know that shorts are loaded in, etc. I always try to slap a PR on that. Next generation Libby ECMO and extracorporeal membrane oxygenation system targeting a 531 million global ECMO market. That's the PR. So the after hours high 287 from Friday morning looks like. No, Thursday morning. Good push here, good relative volume, good green volume. Watching these bigger bids for an exit. So once these guys get tested or get shredded, I'm out. I feel like I'm allergic to something this morning. I gotta sneeze again. My God.
Sid.
Okay, they pulled the bid, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out there. Make $430. Decent on 2,500 shares in pre-market. I'll take it. PLRX looks like it's trying to go higher here, but we saw what it did before, so we know the price action on it. So it is 9:12. We got about, 20 minutes, a little less than 20 minutes till the open. Got a couple things in play.
METC.
Everything on my watch list from Friday is completely red right now. SPY's red. But INN just had a PR. MULN had a PR. PLRX had a PR. TBLT had a PR. Okay, so this thing survived. Testing highs here. Trying to think in my head, there's no such thing as a breakout when I see something getting ready to break higher. It is trying. But in my head, it would be more likely to see 260 touch before 280 or 285.
AVDX.
And here we go, 264, 263. 2022 breakout right there. $262, so a little bit of buying right there. $262, $263. I don't think I'm going to risk it. Maybe I should have. As soon as the volume came in, it bounced. Once again, I appreciate everybody that's been here this morning. Thanks for hanging out with me. Got about 15 minutes to the bell. Appreciate the likes, comments, hanging out, having me in the background. Just joining the stream, you know, making this part of your daily routine. It's part of my daily routine now, so you might as well make it part of yours, you know? ELBM. Gold. Is gold going up? Green ones. Yep, you're right, Lance. Green ones. It's my favorite type of candle. Don't like those red ones, though. Don't like them one bit. But the green ones, love them. PLRX looks like it wants to go higher. Will it? I don't know. Do I trust it? Absolutely not. Will IIN go 1 cent higher from high of day? $288 is the top from Thursday morning. But as you see, Thursday when it had a PR, went up. It did make a high, but then it sold off really hard into open. But that PR was at 8:30, and this PR is at 9. It's flagging. You know what we think about bullish patterns, though. In small caps, at least. Now that we got more people in here, what'd you guys do this weekend? Anything cool? Anything fun? I was mentioning earlier, I made the video for trend lines, the new video on the channel on Saturday, and then Sunday, yesterday, I just hung out by the pool.
IINN.
What's up, Jesus? Oh yeah, the climbing. How'd that go, Gerard? You did make it. You said you were going to be back here Monday, and you did it. Congratulations. IINN with the 2022 move.
EGY.
Or did that even hit? I think that was a algo candle. Good morning, Jesus. You tore your ligaments. That's not good. That's not good. See? That's not what we wanted to hear. But you did make it back, though. That was the promise. You didn't say anything about your ligaments. You just said, I'll be here Monday morning, and you held your promise.
METC. TBLT.
All right, you guys know what it's time for.
TBLT.
It's the slow zone anyways. What's the word of the day going to be? I'm going to close down chat so you guys don't... No cheating here. No cheating. What's a stock-related word? Let's just start with stock. Oof. Oof. Let's try plain. Oh, this is bad. This is bad already.
TBLT.
No. I don't want to reuse the S, but I guess I will. Okay, let's try DA. DAV. No. 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 BAD.
HMY.
I hate to reuse a letter. Oh, this is tough. So,
CD.
WAD, GAD, JAD, VAD, MAD.
EDZ.
Oh my gosh. GAD. No. What word is this? Oh my gosh. Is it? No.
ITRM.
Guys, I'm struggling. I'm straight up struggling right now. It's either WAD or WAD, FAD, GAD. What about HAD? HAD. HAD.
ORMP.
I'm lost. I am lost. And if you've done this and I get it later, oh my gosh. I hate when I get these and I'm like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. Madam? No, madam? Is that how you spell madam?
Veru.
That's it. That's it. We did it. We did it. What a word. Madam. How about that? How about that? All right, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh my god, I missed a lot. Okay. Tore your ligaments. Okay, we got that. Gerard, that sucks. You tore your meniscus at softball. So everybody tearing all their joints out. That's great. Gerard, you're going to the doctor. That sucks. Jesus, you tried Carolina Reaper and almost died. Nice. Yeah, Bianca, it can be any word if you haven't played Wordle before. Basically, it's like a word of the day type thing. Yeah, PLRX just has a mind of its own right now. And it did hold our trend line that we created. Now it's just kind of ramping its way up off the one. What did you do, Bianca?
Riot.
PLRX 1550 weekly level. Yeah. Yep, 1550 is right here. I guess this thing just wanted a flag here, but it turned me off of it when it did this candle right here. Was not interested at all. Was it the actual peppers or was it hot sauce? You had a sandwich with 3 different peppers on it? Oh my gosh. I love my spicy food, but man, that sounds rough. Especially if Carolina Reaper was one of them. Ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper, and scorpion. Or were you on hot ones? All right, I'm going to go feed the dogs and get ready for open. We open in about 5 minutes. Be right back.
NEPT. CRTD. NYMD. GEVO. NYMD. Mara. AG. NBTA. CUSA. HNST. ORMP. WEJO. Tall. Dwaku. CZOO. BNRG. 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 CGC. IQ. BIOR.
All right, I have returned. What do we got? It was a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Sounds good. I'd like to try it. Oh, you got sunburn, Jordan?
CRF.
So, there's a little bit of Powerade left, but I did crack the Dr. Pepper. I did. I cracked it.
UAA.
Once I get through my first, like,
Ears.
big sunburn of the year, I'm usually pretty good. Just need that first base level sunburn.
JMIA.
All right, we're open. 9:30 right now. Okay. That's too loud.
TBLT. WTER. CMMB.
All right, let's see what we got going on.
ICL. TTOL. NRTYS.
Yeah, I hate a bad sunburn, Jordan. I hate it. Your clothes stick when you're trying to sleep. You stick to the sheets when it's real bad. It's just awful. So SPY trying to hold this 385.5 level.
CINT, Fund, EOT, Wahoo, PLRX, Pola,
It's actually hammering. PLRX straight up. My goodness. 17, 18.
CFBI,
Well, I see why it was being... Oh, it's halted. Halted straight up. PLRX. Man.
CDTX, TH,
So it had terrible price action until it didn't. They opened it up, and it just went straight up.
PRPH,
See where Mullins at. Mullins trying to test 139, 140 again.
ICL,
What else we got? AMC with a hammer.
ACST, ABEO,
Was watching one of my replays. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hey, that's the Monday morning blues you got there, buddy.
AGD, ASRT,
Mullen rejecting a little bit here. SRG, yeah, if it holds this level. Can't remember why this was even running.
TBLT, Grid,
TBLT looks okay on the 5 minute here. Through 280.
ITRM, GLV, PRPH, AIHS, Wahoo, PAXS, SDRA, SRAX, QT,
I know how TBLT is, so I'm scaling very quickly. It's already back down to my average, below my average.
BLCM, KULRB,
Okay, I want to see it up through 285 here. 284 test, 285 test, 20K on the ass, 13.8. Okay, through 285 now. I'm going to move my stop up to even.
CRTD, TBLT,
It'll come get me. I guarantee it. I know how this stock is.
EDZ, CGRN,
Okay, 287 test now. There's a couple asks up here it needs to eat through, but 5 minute chart looks decent. gonna scale another 1,000 off because of the way it's acting. I got 1,500 shares left now. Almost made up my loss on it from earlier. Okay, volume's picking up a little bit now. Got a profit stop on the last bit because I know how TBLT is. This thing can knife 20 cents in a heartbeat. So I'm not going to be part of that. Shorts are hammer right here. You can see the bid just keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. Made some money on, you just made money on TBLT. Nice. Okay. You're right, Jordan. Once the Dr. Peppers crack, we are in for the day. So TBLT back down under, and now it's knifing. Classic, classic, classic TBLT there. PLRX still halted up. Honestly, can't believe that move. It didn't break out of the pattern, but it broke out of this trappy, bottom in, Nike swoosh looking thing. So I will maybe asterisk my little saying from earlier and say no such thing as a breakout of a pattern. We can break out of a breakdown. Got to have that trappy move in first.
DWAC HURC.
What else we got moving? What's SPY doing? I don't hear much on the scanner today. So SPY push out the gate, but now selling back off near low of day.
RDHL LJPC
Yeah, under 385.5 is negative for SPY. And it is heading there quickly. Very quickly. Nvidia, really big sell-off this morning. Apple, big sell-off. Apple's near support. It's got a little bit to go, though, before it gets to support. Lance, RDHL's on the move. Yes, it is. This one's up for no reason, though, I think. Just based on a daily setup. But the daily setup over 105-ish. Now it's pushing up. Gonna have some resistance 110, 112, 115, 120. So it's got a little bit in this range, but above that, it's got some room. It's around 150, 160. PLRX open. $20 tap. $20 tap. Oh my gosh. So 16 to 20 in 2 candles. 2 1-minute candles. To think I had this down here, right here, 1450. No, I didn't have it. Never mind. We were talking about it. I didn't want to take it because I knew what was going to happen. WTRH pushing. So the highs from Friday were 39. It's up to 38 right now. Decent sized bidder down there at 36.
GLMD.
SPY trying to hold 385. Let's look at SPY daily real quick up here with the trend lines. So based on the trend alone, it could test, 380 almost today. We'll see if it holds the 9 on the daily, though.
WTRH.
It can still trade within this range for days. It's an ugly opening candle, though. Start to the week. WTRH, 38, 39 here. So testing the high from Friday at 39 range, 39 and a half. Daily itself has room. First resistance is going to be 45, over 40. So 40 and then 45. Yeah, Wader had an ugly pre-market, but it looks good now. It's moving nicely. SPY under 385 now. So through 39 to 39.5, so that's a new high overall for WTRH. I don't know if I want to try to take it through 40 or not. 40 is going to be res, but next level is 45 over 40 on the daily. See if it's a point. Yeah. So I can actually fix the matrix a little bit. I don't know if I trust it. Do not know if I trust this one. PLRX trying to flag over the gap. So it went up, tested 20. Now it's all the way back down to 1860. Filled the gap, actually. I didn't really get much out of that PLRX news, but sure as hell getting some good volume on it. No 5-minute or no 1-minute candles closed up for 1920. Yeah, I'm trying to let the dust settle for 10-15 minutes here on a Monday morning. Not hop into anything. ITRM looks okay on the 5-minute here. If you're looking to trade a penny.
TBLT. BSGM.
So Mullins maybe a dip buy around 125 if it can get down. This is still flagging here, PLRX. I don't know if I trust it though. Didn't like it at 15. I definitely don't like it at 19.
EPIX read.
Still no 1-minute close over 1915 to 1920.
ASRT. FLYD.
CRXT on the scanner. SPY trying to bounce a little bit off of 384, but it's looking pretty bearish overall right now. It gapped down this morning, and now it's got a huge red candle at the gate.
BNKD.
Looks like a good flag, but I just keep telling myself there's no such thing as a breakout right now. We'll see what happens, though. It's possible. Intraday, it's a little more possible than pre-market, I guess. RDHL. Do you have any news on RDHL? The reason I don't keep it up is because it looks like it's just moving on nothing. It's getting decent volume, but it's really moving on nothing. Where is, what was that pump stock? FWBI? Let's see. Where's the pump at today? The pump is down 6.77% at low of day. Cool. Dropping frames a little bit for some reason. Whoa, dropping frames a lot.
RDHL.
Move the bit rate down a little bit. I don't know why I'm dropping frames, but I'm dropping frames right now.
INAB. WTRH. LTRYW.
Does the stream look fine to you guys? Is it skipping any? Is it lagging? Because showing I'm dropping quite a few frames here. Not sure why.
PLRX.
WTRH up to 40 test. Literally filled me 500 shares. Best case scenario, I'm going to make 20 bucks on this now. Chart says 45 though, over 40. Not even going to go to 41.
TBLT.
They're trying to hold it under 40 here. Yep, they held it under 40. Smashed it back down to 38. Bulls need to come in and buy it up, or it might be done for today. Okay, there we go. A couple bids back in, back to 39.5. They tried to wipe it down right there. Okay, bidder back in, 39.5. Needs to get back up through 40 here. 13K on the ask, 2K on the ask, 4K on the ask, 2K on the ask. There we go. This doesn't break through. Yeah. Oh, it delayed my order. Delayed my order. Just cost me a couple $100. I didn't sell yet. I'm holding small. I've only got 10,000 shares, so like $4,000 worth, but it's struggling here with 40. Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm out. Is what it is, and go back to the same thought process we've been talking about all morning. There's no such thing as a breakout. So 40 went through for just a second, didn't even get to 41 and got smashed.
IOBT. SMHI. BKTI.
D-Walk at 30.
TBLT.
TBLT still hanging around. I don't really like it anymore, but it could go higher.
MYMD.
It's held this range. So, I mean, I guess over 280 it could go higher here.
WTRH. HNNA. NXGL. PLRX.
Try to dip by it here, see what happens.
LJPC. KSPN.
Volume just completely died off on the dip here. Move my stop up to 2-cent loss. Had decent volume coming in there for a second. Completely died off, so it is what it is.
CFBI.
SPY is still trying to hold 384 for now. Looks like PLRX halted up again, 21. It's insane.
TLCN.
I've been no part of this, and I've not been interested in it all morning. So now, TBLT getting random volume coming in out of nowhere. I don't know if I want to chase this again. It's got to break through here. Took 1 cent on it.
Marps. GUG.
So, I mean, best case scenario right now in 2022 market is you get 1 cent. If you can get 2 cents, that's fantastic.
CYTH.
So you take the scalps as quick as possible. Buy with a purpose. Have an exit plan. Don't expect a breakout. If you get a couple cents, take your cents and run. PLRX, biggest intraday breakout we've seen in a while, though. And it's on news that didn't really scream to me. It didn't really have the keywords or anything that screamed by. But it has went from, 14, 13 to 21 right in front of us. We saw it happen the whole time.
MYMD.
So we got about 10 more minutes left on stream. Really not much happening right now. PLRX is the only good runner. Exactly, Lance. Treat every trade like you're robbing the market. Get in, take your money, and run. That is the perfect example. That's the quote of the day for 2022.
TBLT.
If you can find a green trade, take your money and run. SPY holding 384. Yeah, TBLT is bouncing. It's acting super wicky and sells. There's no buying pressure to push it through.
GPP.
And it'll be one I'll probably look at 10:15, 10:30. It'll be trading at $3. But the excuse me, the journey to get there is the part that's frustrating. No rhyme or reason, no real pattern, a lot of selling pressure. Go down 15 cents to make 1 cent higher. Not what we're looking for. Not what we're looking for at all. RDHL, the no news bandit, is continuing to push higher. No news is good news. Good news is bad news. Bad news is great.
GUG.
Yep, it pulled back a little bit and came off 20 on the 1 to high of day. DWAC's really trying to fight for 30 here, but it's not doing a good job. Something this thin I would only take like 500 shares of. SPY continuing to waterfall, so it's looking more like a trend day than a range day on SPY so far. Just straight red waterfall candles out the gate. So everybody that voted 380 test first on my Twitter yesterday, you're probably going to be right. That's what it's looking like so far, at least, unless we get some insane hold of 384 here. Looks like we're going to go test 380 today or tomorrow. Excuse me. I swear I'm allergic to something this morning. I keep sneezing and coughing.
PLRX.
WTRH trying to pull. So it's actually doing 1 minute traps. So big trap, push up. A little bit less of a trap, but coming off the bottom, pushing higher. Hey, Rivera, thanks. Appreciate that.
TBLT.
Yeah, I'm just telling you guys what I see, what I'm seeing from my experience, what I'm used to, and then what I'm getting now. And you got to be very cautious in this market. Take your gains while they're there. Don't try to hold for home runs. Yeah, SPY is just waterfalling. May have some support, 383 here, based on the daily, or based on the intraday 5 minute. 382.7 to 383. But below that, it may get the 380 test pretty quick, to be honest. Just one of those days, SPY cannot be up or down less than 1% lately. It's got to absolutely fall off a cliff, or it's got to absolutely rip face off.
GSMG.
No in between.
ANPC.
Yeah, TBLT is being classic TBLT today.
TBLT.
Classic TBLT.
HCTI.
VLCN just had news.
VLCN.
Looks like it's been running all morning. Receives thousands of pre-orders for its stag in the first 14 days, 70 plus million in potential revenue.
Found.
Why has it already been running then? Oh, it had an 8K come out at 9:39 this morning. And then now they released the actual PR at 9:54. So they did the opposite of normal. They did an 8K first, and then they did a PR.
TBLT.
So that's kind of like Mullins this morning. They had a PR on some random website, and then they had their actual PR. It's pushing higher, though. The daily must be really sold off. Yeah.
NEWP.
The VLCN market cap's only 37 million. That's probably why it's getting so much action. But the news came out 20 minutes ago. I was going to slap this if it wasn't already up. But it was already up near 215, 220 when it opened at 155. So
PNTM Plus, TBLT.
yeah, TBLT is still trying. It's giving me that vibe that it's going to push to here and have a big red down to 260. Maybe I've just got a negative bias now, but that's what I'm feeling.
LJPC.
Somehow PLRX is still pushing. Yeah, I think it's going to want to go higher and then get smashed, JD, instead of just breaking through the bottom.
PLRX, TBLT.
So PLRX daily level has some resistance at 22 and then 2350.
SOPA.
Actually, it's 22, 2250, and then 2350.
ICL.
But this thing's been a monster this morning. Straight up. After the couple traps, couple fake moves, couple fake out breakouts. It just ripped out the gate. SPY trying to hold 384, so it actually hammered up twice, held 384 so far. What happens next will tell us, though, if it's going to be a range day or if it's going to be a trend day. Because if it starts getting shorted all pops, that means it's going to keep going down. But if we start to like break a higher low and put in a higher low, break a lower high, then it may just be a range day where it's stuck sideways. But we're almost to 10 a.m. So I'm getting ready to get off here. PLRX, watch 22.5 to 23.5 over that 25 level. What else was it? VLCN had that PR of 70 million potential revenue. Keep that one on watch. It did have a PR 20 minutes ago, not just 5 minutes ago, through an 8K. TBLT keeps getting soaked in a specific zone, 260s. So I think if it can really break through 290 with big volume, it can go. But anywhere under that, it's going to be stuck, and it's going to get trapped. RDHL on absolute no news. Zero news at all, up 18%. Over 120, maybe a little higher. People seem to like things that have no news, no reason at all to run lately. So this is the perfect example. No reason, no rhyme, no news, no nothing. Big volume. Now it's up to 120 right now. That's about it. We'll watch SPY, see if it holds 383. If it doesn't, it may head down to 380. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks for all the views, the likes, the comments, the subscription to the channel this morning. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I will see you all back here first thing in the morning at 8 a.m. Peace.